Is this thing on? Hey friends, and welcome to another episode of the Jace Perspective. I'm your host, Terrible Ash Jace, and please keep in mind that we are here to have fun, no more, no less. So if we agree, great, and if we don't, then we don't, all right? So with all of that out of the way, let's get right into today's topic.
Morgan County teacher, this is just south of Indianapolis, Brittany Fortinberry is accused of sexually abusing multiple boys, some as young as 13. Court paperwork states Fortinberry gave teens drugs and that had group sex with them. In one incident, a victim said Fortinberry allegedly spent $600 for various purchases and then had sex with the students while making them wear the mask from the movie Scream. Fortinberry allegedly told the teens she would kill herself if they reported anything.
31-year-old Brittany Fortinberry has been held here at the Morgan County Jail since her arrest last month on charges of sexual misconduct with a minor. Since then, 5 new victims have come forward with additional allegations.
Prosecutors have asked to file up to 24 additional criminal charges against her, including 10 counts of child molesting, sexual misconduct with a minor, and 13 other charges for disseminating material harmful to minors and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Court documents say all of the teens reported Fortinberry would send them nude and explicit photos and videos on Snapchat and force them to have group sex at her Martinsville home. A child victim advocate says it's important for parents to feel comfortable having difficult conversations with their children.
And what we just encourage is that parents kind of ask that open-ended question and they give their children a chance to speak, and then they praise their courage at that time rather than asking them questions about what they did or why they didn't tell. The last thing that we want is a child to feel blame or shame as a result of making a disclosure.
We reached out to the Morgan County Prosecutor's Office to see when these formal charges will be filed. We have not yet heard back. In Morgan County, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
So, according to reports, 31-year-old high school math teacher Brittany Fortinberry is accused of raping her students as young as 13 while they wore screen masks, and is rumored to have been having a relationship with her adopted son, as per one of the young boys in the court affidavit. Brittany Fortinberry now faces 30 counts of child sex crimes, and Fortinberry is accused of having groups, multiples of young boys over, drugging them and having gangbangs with them. Youngest 13, now keep that in mind. The affidavit reads that one of the young boys says Fortinberry had her young adopted son in the room with them at the end of the bed while she had sex with the student the entire time. According to Wagner Reese LLP, at least 10 boys between the ages of 13 and 16 were abused by the teacher. And going a little further into it, according to 13wham.com, that article also states that court documents reviewed by the station says that Fortinberry has been charged with the following: 10 additional counts of child molestation, 8 counts of dissemination of matter harmful to minors, 5 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, 1 count of sexual misconduct with a minor. And the former teacher had already been preliminary charged. Is that a word? Preliminary charged with the following counts: 3 counts of sexual misconduct with a minor, 1 count of dissemination of matter harmful to a minor, 1 count of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Also, 2 authorities who have interviewed a woman who claimed to be close to Brittany Fortinberry says that the friend said that she had been supporting Brittany Fortinberry through a divorce, and the woman said that Fortinberry would behave very strangely around her children, even going as far as buying expensive gifts for her son, the friend's son. And even after she told Fortinberry to leave her son the hell alone, Fortinberry continued to communicate with the young boy on Snapchat and other ways, even after the mother attempted to sever ties with Brittany Fortinberry. So I'm not quite sure how the rest of you guys feel, but I feel that pedophiles, there needs to be a law passed. The pedophiles need to start getting the death penalty immediately. I mean, off with their heads. I don't care if it is through execution, injection, gas chamber. Y'all need to go. Okay? If you are a pedophile and you like children, you are a menace to society and you need to go. Okay? Because there are too many reports over the few years that we have been made aware of these nasty grown people targeting and preying on underage children. And that's just what we have seen and heard in media. I'm quite sure there are way more reports and way more incidences going on where grown people are targeting children. And all this is doing is keeping the cycle going. This is why, and I'm sorry, grown pedophiles, y'all need to be taken out of the equation, because once we take y'all out of the equation, then there will be no young pedophiles in training, meaning a child that got assaulted or molested by a grown person. Okay? So, let's be real here. There's going to be a great chance. The chances are now escalated and made even bigger, that the kids that grow up as they're growing up, they're getting, assaulted, molested, sexualized. They're basically going to now be an adult who sexualizes children. Okay. And this sexual trauma that we're talking about is not easy for a lot of people to get over. You have some grown people, like some women who have been raped, they still have problems. And these are grown up. So imagine children being put through sexual trauma. Y'all really think that that's just going to cure itself? Or even with therapy. Some therapy is not always guaranteed to help people. Okay. And I'm not understanding, because when you look at the ratio of grown men to women, there are quite a bit of single men out here who are willing to do, who are willing to act out sexual fantasies with grown women. So you want to have these weird sexual trysts, women like Brittany Fortinberry and all these other nasty bitches out here that's targeting with children. Why are you not doing this with men, grown men your age? Okay. And if you like younger men, then you're 31, Brittany Fortinberry. Why you didn't get a 21-year-old or a group of 10, 21, 22 and up year olds, 21 to 25? Fuck it. Why you didn't get a group of them to have these trysts with you? No, you targeted 13 to 16-year-olds. Okay. So, I mean, let's be real here. Okay. There is a ton of adult websites out there, AKA swinger websites. And there are so many people who would be willing, so many men that would be willing to join in on doing things such as are participating in gangbangs, wearing scream masks. Grown men. That's the key word here. Okay. Grown. Go do this with grown people. Go do this with people who have lived life and are of sound mind and body to participate in situations like this. Okay. And I need to talk to these parents. Okay. First of all, who is letting these preteen boys go over to a female teacher's house alone, unsupervised? I get it. Okay. I feel, teacher, safe. You would think teachers are safe. A title doesn't make anybody safe. Okay. At the end of the day, there are a lot of predators that hide behind titles, such as teachers and coaches and mentors. Okay. If this teacher says, hey, for example, I have a 14-year-old, and anytime any teacher has ever said, hey, your son needs help in this area, I'm doing tutoring. It's always at the school. Okay. In a controlled environment where there are other people around. I've never had a teacher say, oh yes, drop the baby over at my house. I don't care if it is a group over there, okay? Unless you're going to go over there and sit in the house, I don't even trust you sitting out in the car. Go in the house with the kids. Okay? Because that's how that's going to be deterred. But I get it. No, I don't. I'm sorry. No, I don't. I take that back. If a grown-up says, bring a child to my house, that should send up a red flag. Okay? You have parents who are assaulting their own children. You have family members, sisters, brothers, who are sexually assaulting the younger siblings and the younger children in the house. What makes you think that a teacher is any safer? Okay? By allowing your kids to be in a private space with grown-ups alone and unattended, you are leaving them open for attack. So yes, again, I believe that the death penalty needs to be made legal for pedophiles because no questions asked. Okay? This is the only way we are going to be able to stop this vicious cycle. Take out the root of the problem. Okay? Because teachers have a position of power over students in their care, and their authority is being abused clearly when it comes to abusing these kids. That is a complete abuse of power, okay? So, off with these nasty, degenerate monsters' heads ASAP. Y'all need to go. And just like that, I'm gone. I'll see you guys at the next episode. Bye.